funny actually, in Brisbane this year, Rafa was there, and I just qualified. And I go into the locker room. He's the only one in there. He said hi to me, and I like totally froze. I was like, what? Like, you know who I am? Like, what? I didn't even say anything back because I was just so tight. And I thought I was gonna play him because he played a qualifier. Didn't end up playing him. He probably would have whipped me. But yeah, that was a funny moment in Brisbane.
All right, Alex. So you're quite young and racing on tour. Can you tell us who you are?
Yeah, I'm Alex Michelsen. I'm from Aliso Viejo, California, 20 years old, and yeah, just about to finish my first year on the tour. Last tournament here in Metz. Been a long year, but yeah, looking forward to giving it my all one more time.
Was it the first year that you went to the final in Newport that you've beat Isner and so on?
Yeah, I beat, who did I beat? I beat Cressy, I beat Isner, I beat Mackenzie McDonald, and I beat, who's the other one? I beat Duckworth. That was incredible. Like, my level was like here, and I was just like playing way better than my actual level at the time, which was totally crazy.
How did it happen?
I don't know. I mean, the surface there just really suits me. I'm really sad they're getting rid of that event, actually. The surface there suits me, and I love playing on grass, so it's great. Home crowd as well definitely helps. So yeah.
Did it get crazy after that around you with agents, proposals?
Oh yeah, a little bit. Yeah, after I got to 140, it started getting a little crazy. You know, people coming up and that I've never met before, and they're like, "Oh, Alex." I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" Like, I've never seen you before. That happened a lot, actually. I totally remember that. That was, I was still 18 years old, and I was like, okay, this is a lot. But I realized that's just part of the life.
Have you ever lived something with the legends like Djokovic, Rafa, Roger? Or...
Lived something? What do you mean?
Yeah, like shared something.
Well, I mean, I played Novak at Shanghai. That was incredible. Just seeing Novak on the other side of the net.
Who's your best friend on tour?
Best friend on tour? I want to say Marcus Giron, but I'm 0-2 against him. I'm going to say Mackie McDonald. We got to the finals of doubles together in Cincy, and he's actually a really, really, really funny guy and super nice guy, super fun to be around. So I'd definitely say Mackie.
Who's the craziest guy on tour?
Craziest? Ooh, I don't know. I'm going to get in trouble.
Do you break rackets sometimes?
I accidentally broke a racket on clay. Like, I hit it on the line and it broke. That was a total accident. I usually just like throw my hat or something, but I need to stop doing that because that's pretty immature. Who breaks a ton of rackets? I mean, Mute. I can say Mute. I mean, I think he's actually a really funny guy, but I think on the court he can be a little crazy. Yeah.
Who's the most handsome player, girl and boy?
I mean, Dimitrov's got to be the most handsome guy on tour, right? I mean, that guy could be a model. Him or Berrettini, they could both be models.
And girl?
Girl, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully my girlfriend doesn't see this. I mean, Rybakina is pretty, I would say. I haven't really put a lot of thought into that one. And maybe edit that one out.
How long have you been with your girlfriend?
Only a couple months.
And how did you guys meet?
The Houston tournament in the States. Yeah, she's from Houston, and we met there, and she's great.
She was in the crowd?
Yeah, we met there, and she's been great. I can't wait to go see her after this, actually.
Nice.
That'll be good.
Does she travel with you sometimes?
She's in school, so it's tough. I wish.
Any dream on tour?
I would love to be top 10 one day. That would be incredible. Just got to keep putting in the work and stay healthy, and I think it's possible, but everyone is so freaking good on tour. It's not easy. I mean, every week is tough, so I mean, we'll see. But yeah, top 10 would be a dream.
Who was your idol growing up?
Idol, I would say Rafa. Just I like to compete super hard, and I feel like watching him growing up. Obviously he was on TV all the time, and watching him just compete his ass off all the time definitely rubbed off on me a little bit.
And I think you were supposed to go to college, but your destiny was quite different.
Yeah.
You had good results. Can you tell us that story?
Yeah. So beginning of last year, I was ranked about 600, and I was a senior in high school, and I was supposed to go to University of Georgia, and everything was lined up, and then around before summertime, I was ranked around 250. Wanted to go to school, or I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to go pro. I mean, my parents wanted me to go to school, and my dad's a lawyer. My mom's a teacher, so they're big on school. And you don't make a lot of money at 250 in the world, and that was kind of the reasoning. And then all of a sudden, I won a challenger, got to the finals of an ATP tournament, and I was 140, and had a wild card in the U.S. Open. So that was was a given. I had to go pro from there, and I'm super happy with where I've ended up from there.
All right, so we're almost at the stadium. How do you feel in the car?
I feel very safe. We have a good driver. You know, I haven't had no sudden stops or anything like that. Feeling good. I already got my practice in earlier, so I'm just gonna go drop a couple rackets and get ready for my match tomorrow.
Is money a big motivation for you in your career?
I mean, I feel like money is a motivation for everybody. That's, you know, I feel like that's why all these guys are on tours, you know, to make money. Because if there wasn't any money, I wouldn't, you know, be playing professional tennis. So it's not all about the money for sure. Like, you know, money doesn't buy happiness, but a big part of it's definitely about the money. Yeah.
And how would you describe your game?
I would say I have an all-court game. I like to come to the net. I like to use feel shots, and even though I'm not great at it, I like to come to the net, serve volley. I can stay back and grind. I feel like I can do it all. I just need to get better at, you know, all those things, because I feel like still a lot of room for improvement.
Were you always a hard worker, like physically?
I would say yeah. I feel like I've always enjoyed working hard, because after you're done with the work, like at least for me, I feel so good and it feels so rewarding after you gave it your all. And I feel like I've known that since a young age, and that's definitely helped me out to get to where I am.
And mentally, do you work? Do you have a mental coach?
I don't have a mental coach. I like to think of myself as my mental coach. You know, because at the end of the day, tennis is a solo sport, and you gotta go out there and do it on your own. And you know, no one wants it more than you do. So I feel like you have to inspire yourself at the end of the day.
What else do we need to know about you? Maybe more personal things.
I would say, personality-wise, I'm very competitive. I compete in everything that I've ever done. Whether, I played a bunch of sports growing up, I played baseball, played soccer, always just crazy competitive. I hated it. I remember crying like when I lost when I was like 10, 11 years old, and like whatever it was. Yeah, I'm super competitive. When I'm home, I like to play video games. I'm pretty good at Fortnite. Yeah, it's not, not something I'm super proud of. I spent way too many hours on the game, but it's a good like disconnect from tennis, so I think that helps. But yeah, I'm like to think I'm a decent gamer, and yeah, I used to coin collect when I was younger. I never really did a lot.
Coin collect?
Yeah, I used to coin collect. I got a lot of coins from like early 1900s, 1800s back in America. I got a lot of like cool American like quarters, nickels that are worth a decent amount of money now probably. So that was another fun hobby I had.
And when you play video games, you try not to go to bed too late at the same time? Or
yeah, I mean, I try. I mean,
cheat?
I remember actually right before I came to Europe, I was playing with my buddy until about, I think, 3 in the morning. 2 in the morning. Hopefully I didn't wake up my parents, because I know I definitely get loud as well, especially when I'm losing. I get pretty angry. A lot more angry playing video games than I do on the court.
All right.
So, yeah, I do stay up too late sometimes.
Is there something special about your family that we need to know?
Well, both my parents played tennis in college. I think that's pretty special, considering that they showed me how to play tennis when I was younger. And I would never be near a tennis court if it wasn't for them. So both my parents teaching me, that was incredibly special. And they never pushed me too hard to be a professional player. It's just all kind of come from me, and I think that's something that I really value.
Do you read sometimes?
Read, yeah. I like to read history books, actually. Yeah. I'm kind of a history nerd, at least American history. It's not as old and as cool as European history, but yeah.
Are you a party guy?
No, not at all.
Really?
I prefer to stay in and play video games. It's kind of how it always was growing up. I never did any of the partying stuff at all. I'm kind of lame in that sense. Like, I feel like I don't mind socializing, but just the partying a little too much for me.
Do you travel with a coach here?
Not here. This is the last week of the year, so I'm just here with the trainer to make sure my body stays healthy. But I do travel with coaches, yes.
Nice. What's your schedule by the end of the year?
After this, I'm gonna go home and relax for a little while, and then I'm
Where's
going
home,
to
by the way?
California.
What city?
Aliso Viejo, said at the beginning.
Aliso Viejo.
Yeah, it's like right between Los Angeles and San Diego.
All right.
I'm gonna go home there and then get ready for the next gen finals in Saudi Arabia. So
wow.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Thanks a lot for your time. Wishing
thank
you. The best, Alex, for this week.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for the ride, huh?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Bye bye.
Merci.